Hi friends! Welcome to Wednesdays with Whitney. Today we are live from Market 515 and I am here with Catch Des Moines' Jen Cross.
Hello.
Jen, take it away.
Yes, I am Jen Cross, the Director of Development for Catch Des Moines. We put on this conference every year. Essentially, we want as many marketers as possible in Central Iowa to be here and be able to learn all different kinds of things. Whether you're a small business owner or you're a large corporation, we want you here to learn marketing tools. We market the region as a visitor destination every single day, so you might as well learn some tips and tricks from us and the professionals, because we are not the only professionals in the room.
No, and I love the community environment that we've already experienced here today.
Yes.
We kicked it off with the Greater Des Moines Partnership, talking about the vision of Des Moines and how we as people of Des Moines are the biggest sellers for where we live. And I shared a story in one of my breakout sessions about how my mom, when I lived outside of the city, she would send me the Greater Des Moines Partnership, like, why is Des Moines awesome? Yeah. A new list every month. So it was constantly on my refrigerator.
Absolutely.
And she was like, all my roommates were like, should we all move to Des Moines?
Yes.
I was like, yes.
Visit first and then
visit
move.
first. So tell me a little bit about Catch Des Moines itself.
Absolutely. Yep, so essentially we are in charge of tourism in Des Moines. So we bring in events, conventions, board meetings, anything you can think of. We market attractions and restaurants and all the great things Des Moines has to offer. So NCAA, for example, that was we were part of the team. It was awesome.
I didn't even watch basketball and I was excited.
It was pretty fun to see Des Moines on the map and see how many people absolutely raved about us.
Yes.
So those events and conventions we bring here, we host them, we make sure they have a good time, and they hope they come back, and then eventually move here. So.
Well, and I'm not sure who said this, but one of the big players was like, Des Moines the best. I mean, somebody who's famous was like, this is the best host city ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can you share that? Because I didn't do that justice.
So Reggie Miller actually was announcing during the last game on Saturday. I think it was Michigan and Florida. Don't test my knowledge. Anyway, like the very end, he literally said that Des Moines should be in the rotation every single year, which is amazing, and that we do the best job.
Yes, of course we do.
I can't say it verbatim, of course, but I'm sure it's all over, social media and the paper, and he loves us, and we loved him, and come back anytime you want, Reggie.
Well, I think the baseline is we care.
Yeah, we do.
As Des Moines people, I think there's just this model of community and showing up and hospitality.
Yep.
It's a top down and a bottom up. Like, it's coming from every angle.
Absolutely.
I think the fact that we have things like Catch Des Moines, just the fact that you guys exist and you create these opportunities in the Greater Des Moines Partnership, and like the list is literally, it's so long. But we have infrastructure here saying Des Moines is great, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to create a plan to bring people in.
Absolutely.
So thank you for being part of that and helping 515.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. We're going to talk to a few people here that have been at 515 today. Come on in, Miss Alex.
Awesome.
Yay.
Hi, Whitney.
Hi, dearie. Okay, this is Alex. Fun fact, you might have seen this earlier on my Facebook feed, but Alex and I were neighbors growing up in Johnston, Iowa. Yep. We went through all of our awkward years together. And we would have like morning breakfast pizza before we went on our first day of school.
Always.
This is what I remember.
We had great first day of school outfits.
Yes. Oh my God, they were so cute. And then some of them were fails looking back. Anyway, okay, tell me about you and why are you here today?
Awesome. Yeah, so I am Alex Waechter, and I'm in marketing. And so I was here really just to meet other individuals who are doing some of the same things I'm doing in the community and really build my network and hear from some professionals that were here today too, one of them being right next to me.
Hi, guys. So, biggest takeaway from today? Like,
awesome.
What are you going to remember?
My biggest takeaway was that we are all ambassadors of Des Moines, and that it's really all of our responsibilities to tell the job. The Greater Des Moines Partnership got up and they were talking about our hashtag DSM USA and how we're just all responsible for sharing that story to really put us on not only a regional map, but a national map as well.
Love it. That was, I mean, and I think about that as we're building our individual businesses. Our individual businesses thrive when Des Moines thrives.
Absolutely.
It is a cohesive effort. So anything we can do to lift the city are things we're also doing for ourselves. So I love it. Well, thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
It's good to see you. Yes. Miss Melissa, we're having the next one join. All right. So this is Melissa. Melissa, introduce yourself.
I'm Melissa Brunia, and I'm actually a student at Drake, and I am doing the Master of Communication. So that is what brought me here to 515 today.
Yay!
So, yes.
So what were you hoping to get out of today? What were you looking for?
To network, and also one big takeaway that I learned today was to sell myself.
Yes.
Is a big thing, and I think that I need to do that better. So,
how did you what do you plan to do it better?
Oh,
Sorry, that was a rogue question.
I know. I I'm not quite sure how to answer that right now, but I have my own blog. It's 2 Pups and a Lady. So if anybody wants
something I could get into.
yes, follow me. That would be fantastic.
What do you talk about, like, other than your 2 pups, because it's in the tagline?
Yes.
But, like, what do the blogs focus on?
Yes, so I focus on just my life in general and my experiences. So whether that be like heartbreak or transitioning or self-image, that is what
So the real world.
Yes.
The things that we experience all day long, every day. Just showing up and being real about it.
Yep.
And that in itself that's brand building, sharing your authentic experiences with the world.
Yep. Yeah, and I feel like with social media, there is pressure to fit into a box, and a lot of us don't fit into that box.
I talk about that quite a bit.
Yes, I want to make sure that people know that they can step outside the box.
I love it. High five to that. Can we
Yes.
still high five in our 30s? Can we do that? I don't know if you're in your 30s. I'm in my 30s.
I'm in my 30s.
And
yes.
excellent. Okay, we nailed that. Okay, thanks for coming on, Melissa.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Your talk was my very favorite. So.
You heard it here first. Awesome. You can go that way.
Oh, I thought you were saying that.
I was also weak. Yeah, anyway. Okay, Jeff, come on in. So Jeff made the mistake of introducing himself to me, and I'm gonna have to. Here we go. No, you're good. Don't you stand tall. So he made the mistake of introducing himself, and then I was like, "So hi."
Yeah.
So
here
tell
I am.
me, here you are. Tell me who you are, what you do in the world, and why you're here today.
Fantastic. Jeff Diehl. I work for a Hubble Apartment Living and manage a bunch of communities throughout the Des Moines Metro. I was here today to learn as much as I can to try and help grow our brand throughout Des Moines and just keep making apartment housing better in the area.
Yeah, well, it's going to become it's already becoming a huge issue, but you guys are solving a big problem of people moving, and also just everything that we were talking about today about Des Moines being awesome. We have awesome places to live. Guys, I think that we underestimate that a lot, of just like easy access to easy living. That I can get an apartment downtown and walk to my favorite restaurant, and Hubble's making that happen.
Absolutely.
So tell me, biggest takeaway from today.
Biggest takeaway from today, I would have to say, is being a portal for your industry. So not being afraid to use, even if there's some information that came from one of your comps, using that information just so you can provide it to, to your residents, to your prospects, to everybody that's coming, that's involved in your business. Not being afraid to just share that information so they can come to you and know that they can get every piece of information that's out there.
Being transparent. I think a lot about the competition, and for me, that's kind of a weird word because we're all human beings, I think, working towards the same goal in a lot of ways. They're all businesses, and I think it's really beautiful that Des Moines, in a lot of ways, fosters a community atmosphere in which, yes, we have different businesses, but we all are heading towards the same direction. And like, if we're serving our clients really well, then hopefully we're top of mind. Right?
And as you were mentioning earlier, talking of somebody like Reggie Miller, who's been everywhere in the world, can come to a place like Des Moines and accept that same idea.
And we're all a part of that. So super cool.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for joining me today on Facebook Live. It was a pleasure. Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, so that was me live. If you didn't catch that, I spoke a couple times. So I did 2 breakout sessions. It's really hard to do like 2 of the same thing in one day, but it was super fun. And I was sharing my experience with brand launch and with the hummingbirds, and talking all about how I built Ivory House and how Emily built Fem City, and how we used all of those things to create brand launch and strategies and all this fun stuff. So hope to be doing a ton more of that in the future. And to all of you here that were at Market 515, like, I have enjoyed your energy, and thanks for laughing with me, maybe at me, I don't know, it might have been a little bit of both. I'm fine with either scenario, and it was a pleasure. Awesome. Bye, guys.